football. That's life. What's up with that?
Let's go.
What's up with that, guys? Welcome. This is episode 67, I think. I've got a special guest in the house today. This guy's the singer of a really killer band in Dallas. It's been blowing up the past couple of years, and about a year and a half ago, I was Battle of the Bands judge, and these guys really blew me away there, and I just knew then I had to get you on the podcast at some time.
Appreciate it.
So thanks for coming down. I appreciate it. Yeah, just I really enjoy y'all's music, dude. It's been really cool to kind of watch y'all from afar, and see y'all kind of rise up,
Right. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite, dude.
Yeah, of course, man.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. It'd be cool to get the whole band in here, but it's kind of a small room, so
Yeah.
we're kind of tucked in here, but
Yeah, no worries.
all good, man. I saw y'all recently played Trees.
Yeah, this is our second time. First time was with Leftover Crack, and then this one we got invited to play with Coffin Cats. It was us, the Drowns, Lower Class Brats, and then the Coffin Cats.
You got a good memory, dude. I can't remember it. All the shows I've played. I can't remember any of the other bands.
I try to remember.
Oh, that's good. I'm kind of jealous of that, dude, because Trees is like the one venue I haven't played at.
It
in
was
Deep Ellum.
It was a dream to play at Trees because both of them were invites, so it's like, wow.
Yeah, when you get invited, it's a little special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of means you're doing something at least a little bit right.
Yeah, and Trees is it's like the iconic Deep Ellum spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the spot to play at.
You have so much that happened there, and
Yeah.
it's basically a historical venue now.
You saw that video of like Kurt Cobain back in the 90s?
Yeah, getting his head just hit with the
Yeah.
security guard and stuff like that.
Yeah, getting in a fight. It's just so iconic in that sense. But I've never got the chance to play there, so I'm jealous every time I see like someone play it. I'm like, oh man,
Right.
good for you though. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Also, congrats on the Dallas Entertainment Awards.
Yeah, that was our second year in a row winning it, which that was, wow, that we didn't expect it.
That's really cool, man. Like to be recognized like that, and kind of have the spotlight on you for a minute like that.
Got put on the spot just like that. It was cool to win it again. It was again really unexpected, but we did it.
What's something like that? I mean, because you put in all that work, and what's that feel like, and to get that recognition at the end of the year,
Feels weird, because you don't really expect it as much compared to like all the stuff that you've done throughout the year, and then all of a sudden you get this award, and it's like,
especially like back to back too.
yeah, because like the first time was like, okay, maybe we just got recognized and stuff like that just this once, and then the second time's like, okay, maybe we're doing something, maybe we're actually getting somewhere.
Yeah, it's validation. Right?
Yeah, that's the word, validation.
Yeah. That's really cool, man. I'd love to just be recognized like that, Yeah, by your city too.
Yeah, which that's technically our home base, our base of operations, quote unquote.
What do you classify Toxic Madness as like a metal band or a punk band?
I have no idea.
Okay, because that's kind of like where I wanted to kind of ask you, because you kind of ride the line between both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because like now we're going in a very little bit of a hardcore direction, but at the same time we still have like our punk tendencies. We also have like our little metal influences here and there, and they shine through, especially with the punk influences, like obviously the Misfits and Samhain. But at the same time there's stuff like Gulch or Tsunami, or even stuff like older, like Nirvana or Metallica, or even like the Doors. It's just like am I allowed to cuss?
Absolutely.
It's just like a clusterfuck of things. So
yeah. Well, good music's good music,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anything kind of influences me, so I get that.
Yeah, we're something.
Yeah. What's kind of your thoughts on like the difference of like a punk concert and like a metal concert? Because to me they're pretty different.
Yeah. Punk concerts are a lot more chaotic, I have learned from experience. Those pits are brutal.
Yeah.
But metal concerts, I feel like they can be more like chaotic and stuff like that, but like they're not gonna be. It's not gonna hurt you at the end of the night. Like
right.
Comparing something like back to back, like an Iron Maiden concert, to like, let's say I already mentioned like a Gulch concert. Iron Maiden, you can like headbang and listen to all the melodies, which I love, but Gulch, you can just throw down and just very soft. Like
It's pretty hectic there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pit in the middle. Everyone's throwing down.
yeah, like it doesn't matter what genre you can know. There's someone's gonna get hurt at the end of the night.
Absolutely. What's y'all's like favorite venue to play at so far?
Dang, that's a good question. Probably for me at least a tie between Three Links or Rubber Gloves. For me, that's a good tie.
I love Three Links.
They're great.
The sound there is great.
Great sound all around. Great staff. Great venue. Just great stage too.
And I love how if like anyone just walking by can see the stage.
Because of the garage on the front.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a nice venue, and like the stage, it's small, but like once you're up there, it feels bigger than it is. It's weird.
Yeah. Shout out Three Links.
Oh.
Yeah. So do you kind of prefer, like as an artist, do you prefer to record music or to play live?
I like both. Because like live, you can have that intimacy with the crowd that you don't get with recordings, but then there's the same thing when you record. Because like this new record, it feels a lot more. It feels intimate.
Okay.
Which that's a word I like to use a lot. Because all of it from the way we recorded it just feels more like you can get closer to the audience, and I feel like in that case, I think recording takes it for me.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Playing live makes me anxious. You know,
Yeah.
you get a little tense, and you're not as relaxed as you are like at home recording or just in the studio by yourself with your friends. You know.
Especially for those like big shows like Trees.
Yeah.
Both times we were all just like, whew, nervous.
Oh, I would be nervous for sure. Do you get like stage fright anymore?
Not anymore, but sometimes when I have to keep in mind like, oh, we're opening for like a bigger band. Like we opened for the Queers one time, and I think the thought of opening for them was a lot more overpowering than the actual crowd itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them. Oh man, it was like 3 months ago when Black Flag was here.
Oh yeah, with was it? It was in Fort Worth.
Yeah, at the Rail.
The Rail, there it is. I almost
Yeah.
said the Ritz.
It was pretty cool. Black Flag, man, their guitar player, his amp like crashed out mid set.
Oh really?
They had to like. It was funny watching the guitar techs, like scramble around and trying to figure it out, but they eventually got it going, and it was a good show. How did you like start playing music or get into it in the first place?
Going back to Iron Maiden, I guess it was just me in my room trying to figure out how to imitate the singers of Iron Maiden, from like Bruce Dickinson, Paul Di'Anno, or
Okay.
Blaze Bayley.
Yeah.
And then I realized I can sing just a little bit, just a little bit. And then I went into School of Rock, which that was pretty neat. And then after that, I was like, okay, I need to make something. I joined a first band, they kicked me out. And then after that, I decided I needed to get serious and make a band, and Toxic Madness was born.
Awesome.
Just like out of all that.
What's your idea of like musical success? Because there's layers to it, right? And you can be successful as like a local legend type thing, or you can be successful on like a Drake level, you know?
Yeah.
So like, what's your idea of like being successful?
I don't know, actually. Like, of course, I want to have some level of success where like people can like stop me on the street or just be like, hey, you're DJ from Toxic Madness, or
Sure.
like we can have a conversation about stuff. I guess playing bigger and bigger venues with more and more people coming there to see you. I think that's a level of a realistic level of success that I'm striving for, compared to like being like globally known or something like that. Just starting out small compared to
Keeping it humble.
yeah, exactly, keeping it humble compared to like playing like the Super Bowl or something like that.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's how you get there, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So every now and then I see you play this Green Jackson.
Yeah.
Is that a Kelly?
It is a Kelly. That was like the first real guitar I got. I mean, I had a Fender ripoff from like Amazon, and then a Jackson V because I was obsessed with Dave Mustaine at the time.
Yeah.
And then my dad got me that Kelly, which I guess still has the whole Dave Mustaine thing, because the whammy bar, and I just kept playing Megadeth riffs on it.
It's such a sick looking guitar, though.
It's beautiful. It's a pain in the ass to repair, because like.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
It's got a Floyd on it, right?
Yeah, it's got
well,
a
that's
Floyd.
why. Yeah.
Because sometimes like I have this bracelet that I wear on and off. Sometimes it gets caught on the strings, and then.
Dude, I feel you.
Yeah,
This sucker right
exactly.
here. I'm constantly doing this just to pull it up so that I can play.
Yeah, There was one
I
time.
feel you.
There was one time I got really frustrated at a skate park show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just strummed up, and then 2 of the strings got caught in
Oh my
the
God.
bracelet and ripped off. And I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just rip all the strings off.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, it's been hell trying to repair it. I mean, now it's good. It's in my room. I haven't played it yet, but I'm scared to.
No, I feel you, dude. Because once you get it, like how you like to play it, and then it fucks up. It's such a pain in the ass to get it back to that point.
Exactly.
But I like the color of yours.
Yeah.
It kind of goes with the whole toxic kind of,
Exactly. It's called Toxic. That's why I named the guitar.
I love it. It's sick. When you're recording, where are y'all recording at?
Recently we recorded at Real Time Audio in Denton with Eric Delegard. He did bands like Edgewater, Bowling for Soup.
Oh, sick.
Element 80, I think. Yeah, and he did a little bit of the Punisher soundtrack. We've recorded with him before for our first effort. Well, technically second effort. We'll go for first effort because that was like the first full length. Live, Laugh, Love. But we decided to go back with him because like he had our sound. He had the sound that we were looking for. And I feel with this album, he hit the nail on the forehead, or however that saying is.
It's hard to find a good engineer that can really like grasp your sound,
Exactly.
and where everyone's happy with it,
Exactly.
Because you can go in there and kind of record something and then not really hit it,
It sounds like but I feel like with him, he cares, for one. He cares about us, how we want the sound and stuff like that. But also, he's like, whenever we didn't get something right, he'd make us do it over and over. Or in my case, I'd do it over and over, and then we'd start annoying each other with, please stop doing it over and over and stuff like that. But he's a great guy.
Do you prefer to like punch in or just do a whole take again?
Do the whole take. I hate punching in so much.
I hate that, dude. I'm the same way.
It's annoying. If I don't get it right the first time, I'll do it again and again and again. This session, I blew out my voice was gone by the end because like I kept not punching in. I kept doing it over and over and over. The only ones I punched in for was like very softer, intimate tracks. So like, yeah. And I had to do backup vocals, so it was gone by the end, but it was worth it.
How long are y'all usually in the studio for?
The longest we've been was maybe like 6 hours. Maybe a little less.
How long for the project? I mean, like how long does it take you to record that whole thing? Like,
well, we did pre-production, and then there was like, I think each time was like full 8 hours. Okay. And that was like 3 consecutive going into the studios every weekend. So it's like 8 hours. I don't know my multiples of 8.
So within a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like I guess now it's being mixed, so it's it's getting somewhere.
That's pretty on pace for a professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like he's done great work with both us and other artists, so I can't wait to see what he does.
That's sick. What kind of gear do you usually bring with you? You bringing the Kelly with you, or you just using in like studio amps, or? We
used in studio amps because like I felt like this time we needed to up our game, considering our how do you say, not ability, the actual equipment. Drummer used the studio drums, except maybe his cymbals. Eddie. Aiden, he just plugged into the actual sound system and
just DI'd,
and he added his pedals and stuff like that. But me and the guitars, since we both played guitar, we just used in studio stuff, except the guitars, which was all Noah's guitars.
Gotcha. It's always I'm always interested to hear what kind of gear people are bringing and recording with,
Yeah, he used Ibanez and like maybe one Jackson for this one.
Okay. Yeah. Do you kind of struggle to like bring an idea into reality when you have one?
Sorta, because like I write a majority of the stuff in the band.
Okay.
What's it called? So what I would do whenever I want to write something, I'd lock myself in my room with, if Eddie leaves his drums, I'd start like hammering out ideas until I get something, and then by the end of maybe the day or the next day, I'd have something ready for the band, and then I'd present it, and then we'd just roll with it or add or subtract and stuff like that.
That's how you should do it.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should kind of put their input here and there to it.
Because like I like writing it all, but at the same time, there's always something missing, which it needs that little something before it's perfect.
I get that.
I prefer perfection with the stuff that I do compared to just leave it. You know.
I'm kind of the other way, dude. Honestly, I'll just like, sounds good. I got it. Good enough. You know.
I like the sloppy aspects, but at the same time, like if I'm gonna be sloppy, I need to have that take perfectly sloppy. Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, I get it. Yeah. It's got to sound right for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I always kind of play for what's for the song, not like on the song. Does that make sense? Play what the song needs rather than playing on it. You know?
Yeah. Like if it needs more like, if it needs to be stronger like chuggy wise, then we need to do that. If it doesn't, then just like chug, but very softly. You know?
Sure. Yeah. What's your? Do you have like a really early musical memory?
When I was little, this is how I found out I wanted to do music. When I was little, there was this competition at the Parks Mall in Arlington. Some talent competition, I forget. And at the time, I was really obsessed with Queen because Queen is a good band. I'm not going to have anyone say otherwise.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
But I like the song We Will Rock You a lot. Sure. It's not a great song to sing a cappella because it's so like simple and basic, but at the time, I was like 4. So I did that in front of everyone at the mall, and eventually I talked to my mom and dad. I'm like, this is what I want to do, and that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, that was like,
that's cool.
Yeah,
Queen got you into it, kind of.
Queen got me into it. Now I'm into like mincecore and stuff.
Isn't that crazy?
Like that. Yeah.
All right, so I have this segment on here called Hit or Shit.
Yeah.
Right, and basically it's just I throw a couple things at you and you just tell me if it's hit or shit. All right, just like 5 or 6 things. All right, so guitar plugins versus like amp modelers, or versus like analog amp rather. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good. I'm gonna go with hit just because like you can get those variety of sounds, but at the same time, a good analog amp can do wonders.
Yeah.
You know? But I'll go with hit for that one.
Yeah. I ride the line on it too because I love a good analog amp, but a modeler can really do it quickly.
Yeah.
You don't got to sit there and like dial it in and shit.
You can just go onto the actual interface, say, if you want something cranked, you just put it there.
Mm-hmm. So hit or shit in-ear monitors.
Hit. We've been trying to get those, and whenever we use those in the studio, it's like, it's great. I love in-ear monitors so much.
If I play with them, I'll do just like one in, one out.
That's what I do.
So I can still hear the live aspect to it, but I'm still getting the what everyone else is hearing too.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah. So hit or shit, wearing a mask on stage.
I'll teeter it because like I do that for Skinwalker occasionally.
I know. I think it's sick.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes like there was occasionally I rip the mask off because it jiggles around. And then whenever I do, there's always like a leftover scar or something like that. And I mean, it doesn't stay, but it hurts for the rest of the week.
Gotcha.
Like, it's pure plastic just scratching me.
Right. Is it like hard to sing through it all?
Not at all. Cause, I mean, it's hard to put the mic right there, but it's not really too hard. Yeah. You can still enunciate and stuff.
I gotcha. Hit or shit Fender?
Shit.
I
don't like Fender. I don't like Fender at all. I prefer like Epiphones or Jacksons or Ibanez's, but Fender I'm not a big fan of. There's like very few times.
You're into metal guitars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like punkier, but Fender just never did it for me.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hit or shit, let's see like some punk bands here. Hit or shit, The Descendants.
I'll teeter because like I'm not a big fan of pop punk, but at the same time,
pop punk.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
shots fired.
Yeah, exactly. they still have their like hardcore roots, especially with the scene that they played with like Black Flag and stuff like that. So I'll teeter the line.
Okay. All right. How about just some goofy ones I've got here? How about Power Slap? Hit or shit?
I don't think I've heard of that one.
You know where they do like the slap competition.
Oh, I thought it was a band.
No, not a band. My bad. Just
hit that looks fun.
That shit's crazy. To me.
It's crazy because like sometimes they get knocked out.
Dude, there's got to be a concussion every time.
Yeah,
right?
Especially with like the way their entire face just moves. It's
like warps and
exactly.
Gosh, I don't know. I couldn't do it, dude. Hit or shit crop top shirts.
I've worn a few. I'll put a hit. I'll put a hit on that.
All right. How about hit or shit cut off sleeves?
I'll put a hit on that. It's good because like you're moving around on stage. It's just
no doubt.
You need air.
I feel you. All right, well, that's hitter shit, guys. So this is a question I kind of ask everyone to kind of wrap up the show, and you can answer it as deep as you want or surface level as you want. You know?
Yeah.
But how do you experience time overall?
Time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. I'll say that. I don't have the best grasp or concept of time. I've been learning that throughout the years. Sometimes I'll forget, like, 1 minute is actually, like, for me, 1 minute is going to feel like an eternity. And then I look at the clock and it's just, like, a minute 20 passed.
Mm-hmm.
But the more time you put into something, the less it's going to feel like an eternity. And I've learned that through the band. I feel like, how many years has it been since we started playing? Like 22, 23, 24, 25, 3 years now. About to be 3 years. Time has moved way too fast in the aspect that sometimes you just want to go back and relive your earliest shows, or sometimes you just want to forget. But I think time is both a blessing and a curse in this respect. It shouldn't be something to be taken for granted, because soon you're going to be old, you're going to be withering alone, and then you're like, man, I miss my band, or man, I miss my parents, or I miss these things I used to do. But at the same time, it shouldn't be something that you hyperfixate on, because like the more you hyperfixate on time, the more you just start to let yourself go, if that makes sense. Like you start to let yourself go to the point where it's just, you're so focused on how much time am I going to have to eat breakfast, or how much time am I going to have to write the next song, or do something with my life, that is just, you lose yourself. And I think having that middle ground where you just don't understand the entire concept of time is perfect.
Like, live in the moment, kind of.
Live in the moment.
Yeah.
Even if the moment is just boring or sad or happy or angry,
You
just
get that.
be there.
It's a great answer. So tell me about, like, give me some dynamics here, like a good show and like a bad show.
Good show, I'd say like a good crowd, maybe a crowd that's responsive. You tell them to move up, they will move the fuck up. You tell them to move, throw each other, or like try and kill each other. Don't actually, but like that's a great crowd.
Yeah.
But then a really boring crowd is like when, I mean, they will move where like there's not too many people, and it's just like they're not responsive. Some of them are on their phones, or like some of them are.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And then they go to the bar or something like that. That's
half interested.
Half interested or not interested at all. That's a mid crowd, or worse, not having a crowd at all.
Yeah,
that's.
But it takes a lot to get up there and play to nobody, right?
Yeah, because like we've done that. We did that one time. November something. We were in Andy's and everyone left. Everyone just left, and we were like, okay, we'll still play.
It's good practice.
It's good. It was practically just a practice set, which I did not mind at all. But at the same time, it would have been nice to have that crowd.
I get it. What about in like your personal experience though? Like, what's like a bad show that's happened for y'all? Because everyone's had a bad show.
There was one show, a house show that we did. Everyone was off. We went overtime, like 2 hours overtime. We started just playing random covers. Like obviously Psycho Killer's our mainstay cover.
Yeah. And
then we started playing like Mommy Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight, or Mother of Mercy and stuff like that. People started leaving. All of us were exhausted, but I don't think we realized that until the next day. And then when we looked back, we were like, wow, that was awful, you know?
Did y'all record your sets? Or you just saw like footage of it?
We have footage of it. I know Dadager does footage, or like we see random footage online, or sometimes we'll go live just to like have that look back and see, oh, I'm giving my back to the crowd, or oh, I need to get in someone's face more, or something like that.
How do you feel about like now with like being an artist, you have to be a social media influencer too?
Hate it.
It's the worst, right?
Hate it.
I hate it so much.
You have to do it though, because like I found a way to do it where it's enjoyable for myself, where it's like Gen Z has awful memes, I'm gonna tell you that. We have horrendous memes, and some of them should not happen or should not be. Right. Some of them are not written in the Bible, but
in the meme Bible.
Yeah, some of them are not written in the meme Bible, but I use that to my advantage, like that whole attention span, like red dots everywhere or stuff like that. So that helped us grow up or like that whole Dragon Ball Z TN edit stuff. I made a video of that, and I mean, it didn't blow up, but it got traction. So I think just doing it in a fun way instead of getting in front of the camera, walking down the street and singing the song is better than actually being miserable while doing it. Just have fun with it.
I just hate that you have to take creative energy away from your main creative project to do this other bullshit to promote your main creative project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're draining yourself away from this to do that, and I hate that part.
I hate it, but at the same time, it's kind of needed because like our last effort, our EP Mayhem Over Mind, I had the idea because like it felt very analog, so I used this trend online, analog horror, which I'm a big fan of, and you know I started pushing stuff like that or making stuff like that. I mean, it helped because it was fun, very draining, like you said, but it was fun and it pushed our shit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely needed. Like nowadays, you have to do it, or else you're really not gonna get any traction or notoriety of any sort.
It's not my favorite, but it's needed.
Mm-hmm. What are the plans for the future here?
Not dying.
I feel you.
But plans, we're going to release our album sometime this year. Not a set date, but I want to say either from June to maybe early fall, maybe September-ish. We are on standby for Southwest by Southwest.
Nice.
So that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Very proud of that. We're trying to go. We got into the Ernie Ball competition, trying to get onto the Warped Tour shows. Yeah, please vote for us.
Yeah, y'all vote for them,
please.
For sure. Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, the Battle of the Bands thing. So like we both videos are doing pretty well for Pandemonium and our new song Bed Rotting that we played at Trees. So like that's hopefully going to happen in the near future. We have a show this coming Friday at Three Links with Dallas's own Esther Shank, us, and Austin Subpar Snatch. Then March 7th, we're gonna be headlining at Houghton Theater with our friends,
Nice.
The Scandals, Deep End, which they were at our first show. They played our first show, and Anti-Red, which I've been meaning to play a show with them. I've heard pretty good things about them.
That's sick.
And that's with Noise Rot.
Halton was a pretty good spot, man. I played there sometime last year in like October or something. It's a good spot.
I like Houghton. It feels like the nerdiest spot I've been to because like there's Bride of Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, and then there's like a whole video game arcades and stuff like that. I like it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, there's like posters. I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. Is there anything else you want to like throw out, shout out, promote?
If I'm gonna
say final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Don't be a dick at shows. I've seen that so much, even to the ones I don't play at. Don't be a dick. Just help people who. If you're crowd killing in a pit, I love crowd killing. It's one of my favorite things to do at a show. But if you do that and you don't help the person that you just like absolutely decimated, you're a dick. Or like you don't catch the person that is crowd surfing, you're a dick. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it, I guess. Just actually work hard. Do what you're supposed to. I'm saying this, but I'm not going to do any of this shit.
You are, though. I mean, you're chasing your dreams.
And I don't know, just stay true to yourself. It has been a long journey for us, and there has been times where we've all struggled. I myself have struggled to actually stay true to, like, the stuff that I like, but I feel like now we have a balance where, you know, I like the Misfits. I love Sam Hain. I love hardcore. I love this weird shit like Jack Stauber or whatever the hell that solo artist Femtanol is. I love all that. So just stay true to yourself. Start combining. Be creative. Don't hold yourself down because people are like, oh, these trends are so poserish. If they call you a poser, be a poser in your own way.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Like Kurt Cobain from Alice in Chains says.
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end it on. Everybody, y'all make sure and like, follow, subscribe. Y'all check out Toxic Madness. I really think they're the next big thing out of Dallas.
Oh, thanks.
I mean that. I really do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Y'all be you. We're going to be us.
Bye.
Later.